Justin, the biggest lead by any team at quarter time this season nearly becomes the biggest half-time lead by any team this season. And at full time, the Hawks have their equal biggest win since we reverted to the 40-minute game in 2010. Is that the Hawks' best performance under your coaching?
I believe so. I believe so. Some good stats that you just told me. Man, it was just a total team effort. I'm really happy with the practice that we had over the last 12 days. I'm happy that our guys was able to play for their national team, got that experience to kind of bring back that hunger that they've learned and gained from that 5 or 6 days that they had off away from us. And then just I wanted to build off the Sydney game, you know. So there was a lot of things that played right for us at that time. So, and I guess that what happened with all those stats, if you see a team that does that and flourish, you know, after they practice and guys on the same page, you get results like these.
That's the anomaly, right? You expect if you lose 5 players in the best part of 2 weeks, that first game back, it's not quite in sync or rhythm, but that was the other way tonight.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it could have been a gift and a curse for us. You know, we had only like 8 guys at practice, and still 2, 3 were lingering injuries, so it was really like 6 or 7. And so it was, you know, to the point that we're like, hey, this can't hurt us or it can help us, because the extra guys are here are getting a lot of work, and hopefully our guys that's away getting locked in. So when we got everybody back for our one and only practice on Wednesday, it was intense, it was good, and I'm glad it resulted into a win today.
It looked like Tyler was matched up on partner for a lot of this game, and he got matched up on it. He's not known as an amazing point of attack defender, but he did a considerably good job. What do you make of Tyler's performance on both ends, but especially defensively?
He did his thing today, man. We're very proud of T-Raw. He took the challenge. We intentionally did that. We wanted T-Raw to be on PJC because at the end of the day, PJC runs New Zealand. He's their guy, and at the end of the day, he's going to get his points no matter what. Our goal was to make sure everybody else felt uncomfortable, so the guys who never felt a Swak or a Davo, they was going to get that attention today. And if PJC does his thing, he does his thing. But Tyler did a great job of staying in front of him and then offensively doing his thing offensively.
What did you like what you saw from Lucky tonight?
Unbelievable. I mean, you can tell, I think it was like 13, 14 minutes, 21 points, 3 or 4 rebounds. You know, this is somebody we've been challenging all year to be consistent, you know, when the roles and the minutes that he is one of the top stars, young stars in this league, and now he's able to see what he can do. Now, once we get it consistently out of him, which I know for sure we are, then, you know, the sky's the limit for this kid.
Lucky, how was it coming up against Taco Fall?
Yeah, it's great. You know, a guy of his caliber, of his height and stature, was a really good challenge. And you know, he's not just tall; he's strong, and you know, he's got a lot to his game. So just, you know, trying to hold him out of the keyway as best as can was a challenge tonight. And
coming back from representing Australia, tell me what you sort of learned from that, and I guess it gave you confidence moving forward.
Yeah, I try to stay as confident as can be at all times, but obviously going over and representing the green and gold in Australia feels good, and you know, I think it's taking a lot of professionalism from a bunch of the more experienced guys over there. Just trying to take that into my game, maybe a bit more consistency of what I do off the court, and yeah, I think it's just helped me a lot.
James,
What did you see out there that made you so comfortable and seemed like you were sort of feeling yourself a little bit out there?
I think just going in from a different perspective in the game. You know, like I know what I'm capable of, and I know that we got players in our team that take a lot of attention from the defense. So just making sure I'm in the right spots, and you know they're going to find me because you know they're great team basketball players. You know, our whole group is. So I think just finding myself in the right positions kind of helped me achieve what I had tonight.
JT, what are the challenges about going up against someone like Taco, who they have to put in, you know, deep drops just by necessity, and you're open a lot of the time, but obviously you don't want to rush things. What are the challenges there?
Just making sure that when he's in the game, the guys don't get flustered. You know, sometimes like, oh, I can't attack the paint anymore, or they try to show off like I can shoot over this guy and get it on off, and it's really not that. We got to kind of find ways to make him move and get him out of position and attack him that way. So it was a little difficult, you know, when guys see somebody that tall. I've known Taco for a while. But when some guys on your team actually see them in person on the court, they kind of like throw you on off. But so I just kind of keep those guys positive and let him know there's other ways to keep him moving and staying patient in our offense.
Was that something that you had to, actually drill into your guys at some point in this game? Because it did look, obviously to the crowd, it's almost a distraction,
Yeah.
right? Because everyone's focused on it. Did you have to sort of remind your group?
Yeah, I remind them, and we talked about it like the day or two before the game. But yes, in the middle of the game, we had to remind them, like, fellas, we understand this, but still, don't try to challenge him or yourself. Make him, come on out here and do something, and drop it down to a big who's rolling, or make him put him in some action and set your solid screens big, so Trey and Tyler can get those shots coming off the screen. So we just had to remind them, because once you get out there, it's a big shock to see a 7'6" man who you don't have to jump and dunk the ball and stuff like that. So I get it, but it was a good challenge for our guys.
Knowing you have only 48 hours before your next game, how do you and the boys regroup to actually try and put a similar performance to what you did tonight?
Similar like we did today. I mean, right now they have the scout on their WhatsApp on Huddle. Their job is to study to get on top of it, but we're still focusing on us. And that's one thing about this game. We want to make sure we focus on us and worry about our scout later. And once we worry about ourselves and be competitors and knowing that what offensively and defensively we can do, then we can worry about the Southeast and the New Zealands and stuff like that. But if we keep more concerned about who we're playing, then we're so worried about that, and then not worried about what we can fix internally. So I think this quick bounce back game on Saturday would be good for us. A lot of guys, once again, we go 9-10 deep, and we probably do the same on Saturday.
Justin, how do you assess starting with Mason tonight? He only had the 2 shots, but he did have 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, great energy at the start of the game, and Darius off the bench had his season average 11.7 rebounds too. So what did you make of that switch to the starting five?
It was great. I mean, it was an experiment that we were really talking about doing sometime during the season, but we wanted to wait after FIBA and to see if it benefited us. And so we have and Mason is a low demand, high reward type of guy. And at the end of the day, he's a very great communicator and he's a leader and he's experienced. So he started in Melbourne and won a championship with them. And so, not saying he's going to do the same thing with us, but we want that he has that experience. And Darius, coming off the bench, is much more free-minded to score the ball and less worries about foul trouble or defensive matchups and stuff like that. Just come out and be Darius. So we try to get the best out of everybody to make the best for this team.
Did you like what you saw from Mason as a connector to the South game?
I did. Seven rebounds, I believe he got, and one maybe about 2 points, 2 or 3 points, something like that. But at the end of the day, what Mason did was huge. It was the screening, it was the communicating, it was the switching late, it was getting on guys at certain times and uplifting them, and little small things like that. That once again Darius has, but the experience is going to come as he keeps playing. So we want to find everything that we can do to help us as the Hawks.
Lucky, what's the key to the consistency that JT talks about, carrying this performance forward?
I think, collective effort, going to trainings with that mindset of we're going to get better as a team and, give it 110% effort. I think that's really the keys to success.
What about you personally?
Same, I'm part of the team, just to play my part, try and make everyone around me better, be a good teammate.
JT, you're a long way from home. It's obviously Thanksgiving time back in the States. Anything you want to say, a message you want to send back to the States for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I miss my family, moms, daughters, sons, everybody. My Thanksgiving dinner is a little different. I'm cooking for myself, but I call and FaceTime. I'll talk to them in probably a couple of hours and, enjoy the family time. But at the end of the day, they know I'm loving what I'm doing, and they'll be here in mid-December, so it's coming around the corner.
No to Duncan in the oven?
Nope. All air fryer for me.
JT, Kwani and Luca both got game times tonight. How much have they been grinding behind the scenes, to stay ready for that moment?
And they're big. They're huge. I mean, besides just being the scout team, they get a lot of time with the black and white team as well, especially when the guys were gone. I mean, Yatesy for sure. But just who they are, what they bring every day, and they come to practice an hour and a half, 2 hours early to get their shots up. So man, anytime I can reward those guys, Tripp, Cole, Yatesy and Kwani, like anytime I can reward them, I'm going to do it no matter what. And just because of the reason why we have success is because of them as well.